pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
With Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code is amended, known as the Texas Open Meeting Act. At this time, we will have members of the public who wish to speak, and you should each have 5 minutes to address the court. Ms. Mayor.
I actually had not intended to be at this court meeting, but in the last 24 hours, I've had several taxpayers contact me, tell me that travel allowances were on the agenda, and I felt that if they were concerned enough about them to let me know that they were out there, because to be the only voice for the taxpayers, that maybe I had to come and just reiterate a few things, because we will be discussing them today. Really, the character of the court's going to come out on this particular issue. It's going to be a matter of what's in the best interests here. Is it the best interest of the taxpayers, or is it the best interest of the 12 individuals that receive the travel allowances? I've come before the court numerous times before to give you the figures of what we're talking about, how these travel allowances are costing the county in excess of 6 figures per year. And I believe as a taxpayer that something needs to be done about it. I'm not going to waste your time other than to tell you that obviously the taxpayers know about this. They're telling me to come to court and keep the heat on. I'm just going to leave you with one example. Right before I left last year, I was talking with the auditor of Limestone County. Their JPs, and I'm not, somebody's going to say I'm picking on the JPs. I'm not picking on the JPs. This is just an example to let you know that there's something wrong with this process. Their JPs are on a travel law, not an allowance. Their auditor told me that the most that she ever writes a JP a check for every month is $125. That's the most. A lot of times it's less. So if you take a JP that gets in Limestone County or Freestone, Limestone County, $125 for 12 months, they're going to get $1,500 reimbursement for this travel expense. Ours get over $8,000. So there's a built-in amount there that I have always referred to as that hidden salary bonus. Those were my words. So I understand that it affects you personally because you get allowances. I wish that they had a group of citizens that determine the compensation of elected officials rather than elected officials themselves. But it does affect you personally. It affects other people too, and you will get retribution if you try to do something about it. I know that. I was told last year already. If you take the amount, if we were to assume that using figures from Limestone and apply it to Freestone County, and that there's approximately $6,000 or more that is in that hidden salary bonus in that travel allowance, when you consider the treasurer and the tax assessor, the county clerk, and the district clerk, who do not get travel allowances, you take the salary of a JP and you add in that $6,000, more than you guys do, several thousand more than you guys do. It's broken. The whole system is broken, and it's costing 6 figures.
I have something to say about that. This is coming from a woman that accepted very large raises every year, treated her employees poorly, $5 an hour, left her office in shambles. And I think she has mental problems. I don't know how many voters actually know her. I never knew her before.
Anyone else like to speak? If there are no other members of the public who wish to speak, we'll go to item number 1, which is to discuss the minutes. Have you reviewed the minutes? Are there any additions or corrections on the minutes?
Make a motion we accept the number 18. Says Commissioner Rose Booth to allow Commissioner Precinct 2 to close the 2004 schedule. That's something I ain't got there. I don't have it.
In your minutes? I'm talking about him in this minutes. You don't have number 18?
Yeah, we got it.
Hold on back.
You ain't got it. Yeah. Here we go.
Well,
On that spoken word.
was the 2004 pickup in precinct 2?
Yes.
Yes. And so, no, I don't think you made that. Did you make that motion?
I didn't think I did, but I don't know.
Did you make that motion?
I think I made the motion to let him sell it. I think I made the motion and then Andy seconded it. But now, I don't know, you can listen to the deal.
It's sold anyway, I got it. Look.
I can look back, I know. I usually write down who made the motion and who did, but I don't. We will check on that, item number 18. Subject to, just revising the person that made the motion. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
I'm like,
Second.
All in favor, aye. Opposed, none, motion carried. I didn't catch that, okay. Item number 2 is budget amendments, transfers and amendments. Any discussion? You move to approve these? That was number 2. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? None, motion carried. Item number 3 is to pay the bills. Who made the motion?
I did.
Mr. McIntyre.
Second.
Thank you, sir. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 4 is to approve the payroll. Pass this around, see the changes up there.
I make a motion to approve payroll.
Second.
All in favor, aye. Any opposed, none. Motion carried. Item number 12, if it's agreeable. Thank you. I didn't hear you. Let's go to item number 12, discuss moving a gate on Freestone County Road 195.
We with a gentleman here, Bradley Holland is here, and they have some land and have a gate on County Road, on Freestone County Road 195. And they've acquired some additional land on the sides of the road, and they're just asking that they be able to move the gate up the road. And we maintained the road down to where the gate was, and once they move that gate up, then the maintenance will stop at where y'all put the gate.
Correct.
And from talking to you and a couple other folks, it's agreeable to everybody, it's agreed to it, there'll be nothing other than the fact of y'all moving the gate.
Correct.
Up the road a little bit.
And you own the land on both sides?
I work for the gentleman that owns the land.
Work for the gentleman?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. So that, just that portion of the road would be abandoned?
Yes, ma'am.
That's where
It's just a short distance, and how many feet?
520 feet.
So
Is that a motion?
I would make a motion that we allow them to move the gate on Freestone County Road 195, that amount of feet, 512 feet. And then the maintenance will stop at that gate. We will not go inside that gate.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
I second.
All in favor, aye. Any opposed, none, motion carries. Item number, we'll go back to item number 5, which is reports. I have a report from Pam Barnes, which is precinct 3. The report shows warrants cleared, none, civil papers. Calls for service 4, and bailiff 5. And then a listing of roads and education and do we have any other reports? If not, we have a motion to accept that report.
Make a motion that we accept the report.
All say aye. Any opposed? None. Motion carried. Item number 6, the burn ban is in effect. Is there a motion to remove that? If not, then the burn ban will continue in effect. Item number 7, special road. Do we have anybody from the fire departments here? Oh, there's been a lot of activity. Item number 7, special road use agreements. Road bonds, none. We'll go to item number 8, to approve bonds and education certificates. I have one education certificate from Pam Brackens for continuing education. I have another from Pam Barnes, for newly elected constables school. That was in 17, March 2017.
I didn't know it was going to turn in.
Okay. And then I have another one for a 20-hour course for a civil process seminar. It was in April. also have a bond, a new bond, which for our treasurer. Anybody else have anything? If not, do we have a motion to approve the bonds and education certificates?
A second.
All in favor, aye? Any opposed? None. Motion. Item number 9 is consider awarding the annual seal bid for HVAC.
There's the bid sheet. Yeah, I mean, it looks like to me, just looking at it, it's kind of between Elite Air and Cerna. Wortham said that they had some really big contracts. They sent us a letter thanking us for sending them the bid packet. But it looks like it's between, as far as the prices there, Elite Air and Cerna. Cerna's a little higher on their service call, $70 versus the $65. But they're lower though on the quarterly filter changes by like $400 and something. And we would have to have 100 service calls really to make it be worth for Elite Air, for it to pay for the $400 difference that Elite Air is versus Cerna. So.
Y'all are dealing with them, who do you like, or?
I mean, and that's another thing, customer service. I know Pilar has called Elite Air we've had good results with them. And so their customer service is really good. So.
At least it's not.
I call him early one morning and he came before 8.
Where they from?
Is he from here?
Isn't that Lynn Spikes?
No, that's Fairfield Air.
Okay, that's all I know.
That's Fairfield Air. I think he's from here, Elite Air, he's from here. He used to be part of Cerna, so he knows this building. He knows this building because he used to work the courthouse. That's okay. But he used to, so he knows where all of our stuff is. He's done it. And I remember when I first came here, Cerna was doing ours, and we didn't hardly have any service calls. I didn't pay very many Cerna bills other than we paid our semi-annual fee. So, but I mean, it's just whatever y'all want to do. I mean,
Now, this quarterly filter changes, that amount covers all of those quarters.
yes,
It's not per quarter, just to be.
yes.
I think it starts out in
Right. But Elite Air, I mean, I think does he live around here? My hand, does he live in there? I know he showed up, he did show up and, to turn in his bid, and I was having AC problems, he just went on out to the house. I mean, I speak highly of him too. He went right on out there, fixed it.
Who's your contract with now?
Fairfield Air.
How they service me?
Well, I'll just tell you now, Pilar only has 2 records of filter changes that were done, and there's supposed to be 4. And so, we haven't had a filter change, and I know we paid for filters from the jail, but I think we've only had 2. So we've been paying some service calls, I think, because of that, but I don't know if, maybe they did, but she just has 2 records of it.
So when they were scheduled to come out and change filters, are they supposed to charge us?
No, they don't charge us. We pay one fee, and then
They don't charge after that for, as far as the courthouse and the annexes and all that.
They don't charge a service call when they come change the filter?
No.
Okay.
But I think they charge.
They do that just
They did.
routinely, they don't.
Oh, that's routine.
That just when
They charge us.
Because they considered it a service call, and when they got out there, all it needed was filters, and the filters had not been changed. She had not been out there for the quarterly thing, is what he told me. And the year and a half that I've been there, they've not been there to change out those filters. Yes, ma'am.
So it sounds like the lead there is.
I make a motion to go with the lead air.
I second.
All in favor, aye. Any opposed? None, motion carried. Item number 10 is to consider the interlocal agreement between McLennan County and Freestone County for housing and care of inmates.
Have you looked at that good?
I haven't looked at it. Do we have?
We won't charge $55 a person, which doesn't come to find out that that's kind of the going rate at this point as far as people going up on their services to house other places. I will say that Limestone County has now gotten to the point where they're sending their serious medical and mental subjects to McLennan County because McLennan County is much better off as far as trying to take care of them. And the last one we had, that's what we ended up having to do because Limestone could no longer take care of them. So we went to McLennan anyway. So it might be a good thing to have on standby.
As we need it, not.
Right, and
not
it's
to move
strictly,
all of our-
right, and they're strictly just for the people waiting to be mentally evaluated and serious medical. It wouldn't be for regular population, they still go to Limestone if needed. But I think it's important that the court know that the fees are going up on out-of-county housing. Everywhere.
When will that be?
Well, I'm saying in general.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So when we renew our contract with Limestone?
Well, it's each year, so we probably got,
I don't remember how long ago it was. that we
yeah, I bet
check on that.
it wasn't too long ago because I remember doing it, but we probably got 6 months, 8 months.
That was 45 days.
Sir?
Limestone County is 45 days.
42,
42.
38.
38 for the first
38
10.
for the first 10, 42 after that.
42.
Yeah. Hold on tight to that.
Do we have a motion to enter into this interlocal agreement as a backup?
Obviously, a lot of the decision-making on that would probably go between, would go between me and the sheriff, Dennis Wilson over in Limestone, because that's where we would originally send them. If they could not see to their well-being properly over there, then we would get together and do what we did the past time and get them on over to McLennan.
Do we have a motion to enter into an interlocal agreement for housing and care of inmates as a or as necessary?
I'll make a motion.
As necessary.
Second.
All in favor, aye. Any opposed? None. Motion carried. Item number 11, consider seal competitive bidding for groceries
Just like any other services we get, we open bids up about every 3 years, and they're the only ones that are open up for bid for now, just to see if we can get the same quality service for the price. Necessarily get taken advantage of, so we need to open it up for bid, in my opinion, to see what else is out there and what other people have.
So we haven't gone out for bids yet, we're just approving going out for bids.
Right, and I know we contacted the school system, the FISD, to see who they use, just to see. And I can't even remember the name, Brittany just told me a while ago. And she didn't get any of the prices, of course, but they're real satisfied. They get free meals weekly. And she said they've been using this certain company for 2 years, so, you know, that's a company we might reach out to. And then I also thought about the prison system. I mean, I don't know who they use, but, you know, just sending some bid packets out to try to see what else everybody else would charge.
Do we have a motion to go out for sealed bids?
Who's our contract with now?
5-star. When we 5-star, and I will say, when we did get them, they cut our meals in half, literally in half, by thousands of dollars. But it's just time to see what else is out there and keep people honest.
What's wrong with them now?
Nothing necessarily. It's just been about 3 years, and every 3 years, that's what we do with any contracts that we have with the jail.
Well, the price could go up.
Like everything else.
But we've had the same price for all this time, is that right?
Yeah, I'm not sure how long we've had 5-star. At least 5 years, probably.
And it's up, and they could go up.
Exactly.
I mean, the contract is up.
Yeah, they're up anyway, regardless.
So,
When they send us a new contract, it could go up anyway, so this has nothing to do with whether they're going
Okay.
or not.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they're due to send us another contract anyway, so we might as well see what everybody else is offering too.
Make it motion to go out for bid.
We could wait and see what their price is and then decide. I mean, it's the same thing. We're
That's up
going
to you guys, I'll feed whatever you
to
say.
ride it on a little while. When do you think we'll be getting the new contract?
Well, it's been, I have to look at the date. I'm not sure. I can go look. If you want me to, I'll go pull the contract and see.
I know he did call our office the other day, because when it was initially set up, you know, we piggyback off of Navarre County with them, and so, he did call and say he heard that, you know, maybe there was a possibility that we were looking at going out for bids, and at that point I didn't know. I talked to Jeremy, and he said yes, and so they do know, and they're aware, so he didn't insinuate to me a price, but I know they do try to stay in the same price range for us.
Would we be able to change though, you know, since we're a smaller county, we do,
I agree.
you know, it's gonna make a big difference as to whether they'll service our county.
Well, it's up to the commissioner's court on whether or not we go in for bids. It's up to you guys. We're fine sitting where we're at.
It's gonna be hard to believe that it's gonna go down.
I thought you wanted to go out for bid.
Yeah.
We're due to go up for bids. They're just sending another contract. Every 3 years, any services that we use in the jail comes up for, can come up for bid, based on you guys, can come up for bid every 3 years. So what I'm saying is, they're up for bid, it's their time to be up for bid, so if you want to go out for bid, then y'all can decide if you want to. If you don't, we can stick with whatever contract they send and we'll roll on.
Well, let's see what it is, see what it says.
Okay.
If they're up, then maybe we'll go out for bids, but if not,
But then will it be too late? Once the contract, once we get the contract, I mean, then, and we have to either sign the contract or,
maybe we need to do some too with Navarre County and see if they are staying with theirs, just get a little more information maybe. Talk about it next week.
okay.
He withdrew. So do we have a motion to table?
I make a motion to table.
We have a second.
I say,
All in favor, aye. Motion carried. Item number 13 is, so let's kind of check with them and see what they're thinking too. Item 13 is Freestone Central Appraisal District budget. They have sent us the adopted budget, which was adopted June 20th.
Yeah, I think I picked my book up before I got a chance to put it in. That's good.
I've looked at this numerous times. What is auto allowances, number 2 on that second page? After the cover page, what is number 2, auto allowances, $87,750.
They drive around the road, I think.
So,
They drive around the road.
really, right?
Yeah. Like put a steer in.
So that's an expense of $87,000. You know, people talk about just our allowances and people's allowances in here. Somebody at the appraisal board, I mean, if that's true, if that's a true statement, auto allowances for the appraisal district is $87,750. So it's not just certain ones around here getting credit.
And then on top of that, look like they got a salary increase in there of almost $10,000, and the chief appraisal is raising his salary to $80,000. $80,000, and then why are we looking at this? We all we can do is approve it. We can't
No,
say
we can't. We don't have to approve it.
Well, so why are they raising the $80-some thousand travel allowance? What's the reason?
Do you know, with that, I know they probably have vehicles and none?
No.
Okay, I thought maybe something else was included in there. So it's all,
I think their raises, I think they have developed some kind of a step thing according to maybe years and maybe some college and different things like that. It's kind of built into it, so it's kind of automatic thing, not like a percentage amount or something like that.
So they step every year. Come on, they payroll.
Yeah, according to whatever table they have.
So they make a step every year, is what I'm saying. So they step last year.
And for years, we did not approve it, but in order, I guess, to make any difference in that, you would have to have cooperation of the other taxing entities to also not approve the budget before it would make any difference. And it'd have to, you know, the way they divide the cost, you have, well, you know, when we look at the votes for the people that are put on the board, we really don't have enough votes to put either one person on the board. So it depends on somebody else putting something.
It's gonna cost us $2,894.32. Is that right? Within the black?
They're getting paid, all this is getting paid by the taxpayers of Freestone County, correct?
Sorry. That's correct. So I will need to, I'll have to look and see how much we budgeted. Let's see.
What do we budget?
Andy, what did you say was going up? How much?
Our quarterly payments to them are $58,000 a quarter.
This is, are they getting this raised?
Yeah, and it says, of course, that didn't look like before, but the change is $2,894. Now, I don't know if that's a quarter or if that's a year.
That's a year.
That's a year.
$80,000 a year.
That's just us now, that's not, just over this boat. If you add it all up, it's $15,000. 886, 15,886.
I know nothing about what an appraiser, trainee, clerical is. Their current, I'm assuming, if I look at this correct, their salary last year was $27,000. And this, and there's a change of $2,000, so I'm assuming they're getting a $2,000 raise this year? I mean, I'm only assuming.
So their office personnel and clerks are gonna be making over $30,000. While we struggle to get any employment applications, make a living even when we're working here, that don't make a whole lot of sense. I know that's not y'all's fault, but it needs to be said.
Who helped set their budget? Who's over there? The board over this? The board, the people that's on this board is the one who recommend this $80-some thousand in travel and this tremendous. Can you imagine a $2,000? Two people getting a $2,000 raise.
But the chief appraiser prepares the budget and then he puts it before the board of directors.
I received one of these earlier where they were trying to get some drones or something, $30,000 for drones. I mean, I don't know if that's in here or not. Did that, huh? They did away with the drones? Did they crash or they?
It wasn't actually drones, but they didn't approve that.
I mean, maybe if it's not what maybe it wasn't, it was, I don't know, I didn't understand what it was.
It was a pictometry, like an aerial appraisal thing, and,
They didn't go for it.
no, they didn't go
Board of
for
Directors did
it.
not approve.
It's not included in
No. Thank you.
Okay.
We have a motion. Whether we approve it or not. Doesn't make any difference, but we can make a motion.
I make a motion not to approve.
I said,
All in favor? Aye.
The only thing I hate about it, it's been years since I've been here, they all got a raise every year, wearing an iron boys here in county to get a raise.
every
Right.
That's why I
It's
don't.
up in here.
I understand. All right. All 14 is to announce the date of the meeting to vote on the tax rate. And that day will be August the 16th.
That's on the third.
Hmm?
16th,
What did I say?
16th, that's what's told me.
Thursday, yeah.
You want it on Thursday, instead of early? Oh, okay.
Because we can't adopt until after the 15th of the month.
Okay.
So we're going to have a meeting on Thursday.
At what time?
We're going to have a meeting on Wednesday, we're going to have a meeting on Thursday,
At what
also at
time?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Well, maybe I said wrong date. August the 16th at 9 a.m.